Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of the Third Opinion Podcast.
Still going strong.
Surprisingly,
Not the last episode yet.
not yet at least. It is
Still-
weird to think that we started this just like 2 weeks ago, right? And that there is going to be a last episode of the Third Opinion Podcast.
Well, eventually that joke will die.
Eventually that joke will die when one of us dies.
Longevity. It's all about the longevity.
It's all about the longevity.
Well, we've had some pretty big events so far this week. Had some big stuff in the news.
Yeah, there's been a lot in the course of 1 week.
Some spicy stories this week.
Let's just quickly go over. Well, the big event for me was camping at Boxwell Camp with the Venturing Crew 309. I'm the Venture Crew president. We camped Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to watch the eclipse,
Very cool.
which was crazy.
Those reactions stood very true.
Yeah, they did.
I said those exact words.
I think I said the exact words also, actually.
It's like, whoa,
Which no one got it because you were here in town and I was all the way in Lebanon.
I still left.
Yeah,
But-
I still left.
But yeah, it was really something.
It
It
was
was
a
really
lot.
something special.
Everyone at the camp out, there was like 400 venturing scouts total. There's about 4,000 Boy Scouts on the other end of camp. Thank
There's a
goodness.
lot of boys.
lot of boys. Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
scouts.
And wide age range also.
I'm sure. It's,
Absolutely.
You know, the
absolutely
range.
crazy.
What the age range is? What 12 to 18 roughly.
I know Boy Scouts is 10 to 18.
10 to 18,
And
that's
I
right.
think Cub Scouts is 5 to 12.
No, it starts in first grade, so
Yeah, so 5 sounds about right. 5, 6,
first to fifth grade, and then Boy Scouts is 6th to
18.
18.
Yeah.
Whatever
And then
you-
venturing is 14 to 21, which is a crazier gap. And
That was the one that I never got to do
Mhm.
after I got my Eagle Scout. I was already in school, so
Mhm.
I didn't have much time
Yeah.
to travel back and forth. But
Have you, let's keep talking about it just a little bit. Have you actually found that having the Eagle Scout thing helps out with job resume?
I do actually. There's actually a lot of job interviews that I've had where they've come up and they're like, oh, you know, that's a really big deal, because it really is. So you know, anybody that's listening that has somebody that is in Scouts, you know, I really encourage them to continue on to get that. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, but it really does pay off. You know, not too long ago, I actually had one where, you know, there was several people that they're like, oh, my son's in Scouts, or oh, my son's in Scouts, you know, that I was interviewing with, and you know, kind of gives you some common ground there with them.
Yeah.
Kind of helps you get your foot in the door a little bit more than you might necessarily. So it definitely does. You wouldn't think it would.
Yeah. Well,
but-
at every I've been to like 5 or 6 Eagle Scout ceremonies
Mhm.
now because, you know, all my friends are.
Yeah.
I met all my friends in Scouts and scouting, essentially. And,
which is great. That's actually where my college roommate we met through scouting. So.
oh, I know. That's neat. But, like, they always mention that, like, during the ceremonies, like, it helps with job interviews. People see you as, like, you know, a person that follows through with everything
Well,
that
right,
they do.
because it really shows you have a strong work character and that you have, you know, like you said, a willingness to follow through.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
So it's very interesting. I don't think we'll talk about that, but you see how the conversation goes.
That's fine.
We are very wild on this podcast. We're a couple of wild boys,
Mischievous little boys.
mischievous little boys. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Do you want to rock paper scissors this, or how you want to do this?
I'll start it off with the most important news of the week. Next to the eclipse, of course. Not to eclipse the eclipse. But one thing I did want to talk about on the eclipse really quick that I thought was really interesting. I was actually talking to somebody about this morning. Were you super excited about the eclipse coming?
Yes, up until it was like 6 months. So it was around January. Is whenever because I read some NASA stuff every
Right, of
once
course.
in a while. I'm doing it more now because I'm doing online school classes and stuff, trying to get the science knocked out in a couple weeks or months. But it was around mid-January. It was like, oh, there's an eclipse happening, and like we're right in the path of everything. I wonder what's going to happen for venturing then, because I've been president for Venturing Crew since June or July 2016.
Right. So
So it's been
I
about
guess
a
you
year.
kind of knew that they were going to plan something.
Yeah. They mentioned it. They said it's going to be at Boxwell, and on the other side of the camp, which is great. And they said that we're just going to essentially camp Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which a weekend camp is usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
You leave on Sunday in time for church. And
Right,
all that.
of course.
But we're going to camp Monday instead of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
That way everybody's there for the
And
eclipse.
then we just leave that afternoon. Which traffic wasn't that bad. Like, we waited like an hour or two for traffic to which I'm at. People said some guy had I think this was in the Carolinas or Virginia, but a guy was in traffic and he had his quad rotor drone and he like put it up like really high, like a couple 100 feet to see like how bad the traffic was, and like he put a YouTube video of it, and it was very, very neat to see.
Well, it's like just like right after the eclipse that happened in Sparta, there was a traffic jam.
Wow.
Like a really bad traffic jam in
Yeah.
Sparta. And I waited like 2 hours after it was over before I went anywhere, luckily, or else I would have been stuck in that traffic jam because I was going to be on the way to Cookville that day. But what I was talking about somebody this morning was really interesting to me because I was like, oh, this is neat. It's going to be kind of cool. But I wasn't like, I was excited for it, but I wasn't like, oh, this is really going to be a once in a lifetime kind of thing. I was just like, oh, this is going to be a neat thing to see.
Yeah.
And it really didn't hit me until that totality.
Yeah, definitely.
The $2 word there, until the totality actually happened.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, that's when it really was like,
this is a crazy astronomical event.
Right, that was really like when it was like, whoa, wait, that was really when I was just like, wow, this is actually something,
I
really
downloaded
impressive.
Friday evening NASA's open software that you can just download, and I put in my location, my zip code of where we were going to be at Boxwell in Lebanon, and it said, here's what the eclipse will look like. And I ran it on my computer, and I have a pretty decent spec computer now. It's old now, but
Right.
so I ran that and I saw what it was going to look like, and I get like pumped up even more. I was like, I don't think I can be more amped up for the eclipse than I am now. And that was Friday, and the entire weekend, because you do so much in scouting. Like,
Yeah, you do. I mean, they keep you doing activities.
They keep you so busy.
Shooting rifles, there's so many things to do.
And what was funny, Sunday afternoon, we watched Little Shop of Horrors, classic. I love the '80s. And whenever we get back to camp, they said, all right, we're going to do the eclipse briefing tomorrow. And I said, wait, the eclipse is tomorrow? Because we've done so much.
Right, you forgot it had already happened.
Yeah.
Or it was even coming.
Yeah, because we were just so busy doing everything for scouting. That's just the way scouting is. Like, I forgot it for about 24 hours that the eclipse was happening. And then everybody was like, oh yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
There's something big tomorrow, isn't there? Yeah, but no, it was really, truly pretty special.
It was a crazy event.
So, sliding on it into our first actual topic here. Taylor Swift. Are you familiar with the girl?
I don't think I can say a lot of times I've heard of whoever this is. Like me saying the first episode, I've heard of Netflix. Of course I've heard of
Of course, yeah. Very, very big, massive pop star, always in the news for sometimes good press, sometimes not so good, that's
it's being famous.
Being celebrity, that's how it is.
You get that all the time having a podcast.
Of course, yes. The people just stop us on the streets and flock. No, not at all. But anyway, she released first single this week, Thursday, on the 24th.
We're recording this Saturday around lunchtime, the 26th of August.
Released her first single in 3 years. Yeah. Despite that other one, but we don't count that one because it's a hot mess.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
But anyway, so new song, a little bit edgier,
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I think one of the things was like, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. She's dead.
Yeah, that's one of the lines.
Whenever I saw that, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
It's pretty spicy line there.
Yeah.
But, so a lot of people are looking at this and like, oh, she's taking a new direction. Some people are like, it's more of the same. It's pop and she's still playing the victim, and it's, it's part of the Katy Perry beef, or it's part of the Kanye West beef. This woman could run a beef sandwich shop with how much beef she has. Big fan though.
Big fan.
Big fan
I like
of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I think she's really talented. Just good quality pop music.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Which for a while, like she did that, just down home Tennessee country girl.
Right.
Music.
I mean, that's what she started in.
That's what she started as, and like, I've talked to a lot of people about it, and it's like her singing has gotten better over the years.
It has. I think
it has only improved since
it really has. I think when she shifted to that style on the last album, I think she really kind of found her niche, if you will.
Yeah, my favorite song by Taylor Swift is "Shake It Off," because I don't think it was played enough. Because "Blank Space" came out like a week or two Maybe
right
not
after
that long.
So
Like right after that, and so Blank Space got played way more.
Yeah.
From what I noticed, that was back 2014 when we still traveled a bunch. Before I had to do.
And it still comes on the radio on occasion.
Yeah, like at the radio station, we play the.
So it kind of ended up being the bigger song off of
Yeah, definitely.
the album, even though I feel like that Shake It Off had the bigger traction online.
Because
Because that video has just been viewed, just hundred millions
of times.
So many times.
Quite literally hundreds of millions.
Literally
of times.
has, yeah.
But
Which
yeah,
is
it's my
really
favorite
impressive.
song
Yeah, mine too. Probably my favorite by her as well too. But so new album coming out on November the 10th. Very excited.
It seems like it's a long way from now. August, September, October, November.
It does, but in the scheme of things,
that's not long.
It's not that long, and
it's already the 8th month of 2017.
right, and it's already almost over. So it's really about 2.5 months. 2 months and like a week and a couple days. Really, it's not that bad. But so already, she got this new song. It's a little bit edgier. People are starting to dig into it, a little bit.
As they do with almost anything.
So, there's kind of two big arguments here. A lot of people are like, oh, she's throwing some beef, some shade at Katy Perry, because they as a whole thing, over the past couple of years where they've just been kind of throwing insults and this, that, back and forth. Then, of course, there's the ever-famous Kanye West beef.
Yeah.
Which
Kanye West is
where he got up and he was like, I'm gonna let you finish. That's the famous meme line. Whatever.
That's a good meme line.
Of course.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
insert meme line here.
Well, no, who was it?
Beyonce.
Beyonce had the best album of 20. He said what year it was, didn't he?
2012, 2011, whatever it was. It's been a while.
I think it was whenever 1984 came out. The album 1984, or was it 1989? The album.
This 1989 was the album.
I think it was him talking about 1989 and saying that Beyonce.
Well, this was before that.
It was before that.
Yeah.
All right, I thought they were just like the same year.
It was way before. This was back in her wee days.
Mm-hmm.
But so people are kind of speculating. Well, who is this song throwing the beef at?
It seems like it's. I listened to it twice already. Good song.
Yeah,
it's a good song, but I hope the whole album is not that.
I agree.
I hope the album is better because the song is like putting her foot in the door of the new album. Like this is what is going to come.
That's a good.
And
tone.
I'm fine with that, but I don't want that to be the whole album to be that because I honestly don't remember any words from this song.
Right. I mean, you don't want the whole album to be just a giant diss track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not Jake Paul.
Just like shouting out Logan Paul, Jake Paul, just like doing the Ugo horn for the rap. Just like.
We need to get one of those.
My boy.
Yeah.
Just throwing shade at him. No.
Yeah, I hope the whole album is not that.
I hope that's not. Which there's usually a track or two in there, which is fine. Yeah. That's kind of her
10 songs,
thing, if you will.
If out of 10 songs, 2 of them are like, "Yo, you guys are dumb," I'm fine with that.
Right, and that's usually how it is. There's usually just a couple songs, on the 11, 12 hour, 12 track. There we go, 11 or 12 track album.
It's a long album.
Kind of about that type of thing.
Yeah,
so.
And that's A-okay with me.
We'll see. As it kind of comes forward, kind of how it shapes up. I'll be interested to see kind of what the follow up singles will be.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
But
because she's gonna release.
Definitely excited.
It's gonna be one song a month, or is it
probably?
I think it was one song a month.
Typically every couple of weeks, they release a single. So
yeah, they're not gonna release the whole album.
No, not right off the bat.
There's not that many weeks left until November.
Right. So probably one a month, something like that. There might be one more single. Probably just depends on how this one does.
I think it depends on what she wants to do, really.
Yeah.
Because right now she has the world in her hands.
Well, honestly, she could put out anything, and it would probably do really well.
Yeah. Truly.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting.
I'm very interested to see where that's going to head.
So, yeah. What do you have for us?
Let's see.
Little man?
Let's see. Amazon Prime members, which we've talked about Amazon in the past. They get television shows, 2-day shipping for stuff.
All kinds of good stuff.
Amazon's acquisition of Whole Foods. You may have heard of Whole Foods. Definitely in bigger cities, it's like you pay a little bit more money, you get healthier foods, better ingredients. You get stuff like from a sustainable ecosystem and environment. It sounds like it's better all around. Like for an extra $1 or $2 you get just better ingredients. Amazon acquired Whole Foods a few months ago, they put the money towards it, but the acquisition closed this past Monday.
I'd seen where that had been approved by the Trade Commission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Because it's a really big...
It's a really big deal.
Really big deal.
I mean, you already have Amazon, which is now the highest profiting company.
I'm
right?
pretty sure. I think it's like...
I know.
If it's not the highest, it's definitely a step or two behind.
I know maybe the most worth... Maybe it's worth the most.
I believe that, yeah.
Because I know we've talked about this as well. The gentleman that owns Amazon is now the wealthiest man in the world.
Passing Bill Gates.
Which is incredibly impressive.
It's very impressive. Not something that you do overnight.
Definitely not.
But
Man's been fostering an empire for a while now.
Yeah, for real. And now you can't, every time I see a box, I ship stuff to people every once in a while. And every time I see someone at the UPS store, which is Corner Market here in town,
right.
which is one of the places you can take it, people just use their Amazon Prime
of course.
shipping box.
I mean, they're perfect size.
Yeah, the perfect size. Like you just order something, you get a box, and then like, oh, I need to ship something back. I just use the box that I have. Yeah. Like all the boxes in my house say I am Amazon Prime on the side.
Right. I mean, it's very much something, especially if you use it, it's something you usually use a lot.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And, you need something like, oh, I can just go to Amazon and order it. It'll be here in 2 days.
Right.
It's that easy. Which is another topic for another day, how easy it is to get stuff now. But
I don't know, in Nashville, they even have the same-day service now.
Uh-huh.
Which is pretty impressive.
Absolutely
It's like 2 hours after you order it, it's at your house. On your doorstep.
Yeah.
Really wild.
Yeah, only a few cities do that too.
Right.
I think it's
kind of a trial stage still.
I think it's 10 cities in the United States, and then a couple in Europe somewhere.
Probably.
I don't think Japan has Amazon as big as we do. But, let's talk about this also real quick. So, let me finish the Whole Foods story. Amazon and Whole Foods Market, which that's what they're called, Whole Foods Market, their technology team will begin to integrate Amazon Prime into the Whole Foods Market point-of-sale system. And when this work is complete, Prime members will receive special savings and in-store benefits.
Oh, wow.
The company said in a joint release. So, yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal. So, would they ship the vegetables and everything, or?
So that's one thing that people think they're talking about.
Kind of just an interesting
purchase
for them.
Here is from the Amazon and Whole Foods Market spokesperson. Here's exactly what they said. Customers will enjoy lower prices on products like whole tray bananas, organic avocados, organic large brown eggs, organic responsibly farmed salmon, and tilapia.
Delicious fish.
Another $2 word. Organic baby kale and baby lettuce. Baby lettuce.
Let us continue.
Animal welfare rated at 85% lean ground beef, which is pretty good beef.
That's definitely that's good quality.
That's some top quality beef. Creamy and crunchy almond butter, organic Gala and Fuji apples,
which are delicious.
They're good apples, but I prefer good Granny Smith.
It's my favorite apple.
My mom always buys the Pink Delicious, whatever they're called.
Those are good too.
The delicious lady apples, whatever.
Little delicious lady apples,
whatever they're called. And
I think it's pink lady, I believe.
It might be pink lady. And organic rotisserie chicken, 365 everyday value organic butter, and much more. So I mean, and it's supposed to be just a discount and stuff because you have Amazon Prime,
right?
Which is a $99 a year service essentially.
So really, it's just adding more to your value for that.
You get more Amazon Prime stuff. Like they're at this point they've already doubled down on Amazon Prime stuff. They're quadrupling down on Amazon Prime stuff and reasons you should have Amazon Prime.
And honestly, I think that's pretty key for their market model. Point.
Yeah, certainly.
Because I know when it first came out, I was like, because I don't order a lot off Amazon.
Yeah.
So for me to get it, there needs to be a lot more stuff like this. Like if I'm going to the movies, like a ticket, just like different.
Yeah.
There's not anything like that, but something like that.
Yeah.
Something to kind of keep me like, well, why should I give you my $100 a year?
Yeah, exactly. But I could go down the list of stuff. Open the Amazon app real fast and tell you what all benefits you get.
Oh, it's a ton of stuff now.
Crazy long list.
And it keeps just expanding as it goes.
They keep adding more stuff, and now it's a discount at Whole Foods. Which the only thing that I am not on board with the Whole Foods thing is the nearest one is 70 miles away in Chattanooga.
So I figured I was thinking, what city in Tennessee would have a Whole Foods?
Chattanooga is the nearest one.
Yeah. I wonder if there's maybe one in Knoxville too. I wonder.
I think there's one in Knoxville, and there might be one in Nashville. Maybe one in Nashville. But if it was like in Cookeville or Murfreesboro, sorry if you're not from Tennessee, you don't get all this, I'd be fine with that because Cookeville is only, 20 to 45 miles away.
Right. It's a quick 40-minute drive. It's
And then Murfreesboro.
not bad.
Now with the new Nashville Highway, it's like a 25-minute drive from my house to the middle of Murfreesboro.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. You can be there. You can be there in 40 minutes.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Really impressive.
It's ridiculous. But if there was one there, that would be like, oh, well, I'm going to take me and my mom, because my mom and sisters, I live by myself. They don't have Amazon Prime, but I have Amazon Prime, and I've had it for 3-4 years now. And like I'd be like, all right, well, let's go take our weekly or monthly pilgrimage up to Whole Foods, go get a bunch of groceries. I'll split the cost or whatever, take a quarter of the cost.
Stock it up.
Just stock up. Because, it'd be worth it at that point. But 71 miles away,
it's an awful long way to go for
long way
groceries,
away.
Especially to get those back.
Yeah.
Now, if they ship them, like their services like Blue Apron, which they send relatively fresh, pretty good ingredients right to your door, which is pretty impressive.
I wonder what we'd have to do to get a Blue Apron sponsorship. Actually put the podcast on the internet. That would be a first step. Still haven't done
working
that.
that out.
Working that one out. But definitely very, very interesting. It's just another reason for you to get Amazon Prime,
right?
Which I'm a full proponent of. It's very much worth it because you get things like free audiobooks.
If you have Amazon entire Prime, video service,
you get TV shows, you get movies,
which is a big thing in of itself. Like I hear, you hear, $100 a year, and it's like, oh, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. But when you think of how much you're getting,
I'm paying $12 a year for Netflix already.
Exactly.
So it's like, well, I might as well have that instead, because you're getting a lot more bang for your buck,
Mm. But Netflix has like a crazy wide variety.
Right, they do.
Whereas Amazon has a good variety. Definitely a diverse variety. And you get the Grand Tour also. Good show. But the benefits include, I'll just read this off real quick. Free 2-day shipping on eligible items to addresses in the contiguous United States and other shipping benefits.
Sorry, Alaska
and Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Free same-day delivery in eligible zip codes. Nashville.
Need to move to Nashville.
To get the better internet.
Just get a P.O. box in Nashville.
I can't help but think that's so ridiculous, just getting a P.O. box in Nashville just to go get packages the same day. Because we still have to drive an hour and a half.
Details are not important. We'll get it done.
Prime Now. Get free 2-hour delivery on scheduled delivery on over 10,000 items, from groceries to electronics and more. Plus, get free delivery from your favorite local stores. Also, this episode is sponsored by Amazon Prime.
We wish. Amazon
restaurants. This one's very interesting. I did not know this one.
I didn't know that either.
1-hour delivery from popular restaurants for Prime members in eligible zip codes.
So I imagine that's in really particularly large cities.
Seattle, Los
Probably
Angeles.
L.A., Los Angeles, maybe D.C., New York area.
Free release date delivery, which is on eligible pre-order items, like a video game.
Or electronics and stuff.
Electronics. You get it's shipped, and then the same day that it comes out, it arrives
which
at your
is
house.
Really nice.
Very, very nice.
They've had some trouble with that in the past, though.
They have, yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot of times where people will get stuff early because they have to ship it basically 2 days early to get it to you.
Yeah.
And
then weather and road and traffic and all that stuff. You can't account for that yet. Prime Video, which is unlimited streaming of movies and television episodes for paid or free trial members in the United States and Puerto Rico.
U.S. territory.
We'll talk about them wanting to vote to make Puerto Rico a state.
That's a good topic for another day.
Definitely. Prime Music. I'll just read the rest of these. Prime Music, Prime Photos, Prime Pantry, interesting. Or Amazon Elements, which is access to the Amazon Elements, Amazon's own line of everyday essentials. Paper towels, paper toilet papers, laundry detergent,
toothbrushes
for your teeth, hand soap. I mean, just stuff that you use every day.
Yeah, every day.
Amazon Dash. The Dash buttons are like, you have a button for Downy dish soap or whatever, right? And then you're like getting low. You're like, oh, well, I need a new one. You press one button, a notification is sent to your phone, and it's already ordered and it gets delivered later.
No, that's kind of wild.
Day, which is I really want to get one for, the radio station or whatever. Because we run out of paper towels
and soap all the time.
It's the worst. Prime Early Access. Get 30-minute early access to lightning deals, which I've actually have used.
Those are usually really pretty deep discounts.
They're good deals, yeah. Kindle Owners Lending Library, which is
A free book a month and then something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prime Reading, Kindle First, Audible channels, which Amazon owns Audible. Amazon Music Unlimited, video add-on subscription. I mean, the list just goes on. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one short because it just goes on and on and on.
Pretty insane.
For streaming services like Twitch, which Amazon owns Twitch now, they get benefits too.
Yeah, you get a pre-sub
a month
to a different.
Which
you can change around, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'll talk more about the Twitch thing for me for your next topic. I'm done, essentially, but
definitely be interesting to see how that whole acquisition actually plays out.
Oh, I remember what we're talking about also. Did you ever see the video? It's been a few months now, probably close to half a year or 3/4 of a year, where Amazon did a tech video that you go into one of their Amazon physical stores that they're going to start making. You grab whatever you want, and it tracks you while you're in the store. And then whenever you get a block of cheese, a pack of ham, and bread. You pick that up, put it in your cart. You put it in the bags that you do at every other grocery store or whatever.
Right.
And you leave the store. And then that's it. No standing in line waiting for stuff. No.
So it just charges your Amazon account.
It just charges your Amazon account. Yeah.
That's pretty neat, actually.
Which is wild. And they're going to start doing 2 stores.
A little scary, though, too.
A little scary. Because that's tracking you, a person, not a ticket number that you picked up. That's you. But they're going to start testing 2 stores in Seattle early next year, early 2018, I think. So I'm curious to see where that's going to head.
We'll see how that goes.
Even with the Whole Foods thing. That's going to be very interesting to see where all that stuff leads.
Especially if they combine the physical store, like if they move like Whole Foods into the physical stores.
Yeah.
Which I think would be a really good move on their half.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
And would really expand the Whole Foods brand as well. So.
Yeah, because I mean,
we'll see how that goes.
72 miles away.
Next,
it's just too far away.
Important topic.
Now this one's important.
This one's a real hard hitter.
We're not messing around this time.
Everybody's got their adult pants on for this one. All right. So, another YouTube channel that we both know and love.
Mm-hmm.
H3H3 Productions.
Papa Bliss.
Ela Kleiners.
Ela Kleiners.
Ethan and Ela Klein. 2 hilarious people.
Mm-hmm.
Have been battling a lawsuit for the better part of a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
Since February.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, February of 2016. So for those of you that don't know, H3H3 Productions, their typical style of video is, it's just very kind of joking, it's
goofy, making fun of people,
jovial,
Yeah.
They're making fun, and it's critical, critiquing and commentary on different videos, and products and just different things of that nature. But it's made to just be funny. It's not made to.
It's not. Yeah.
Try to tear somebody down or rip them apart.
Yeah.
So there was a particular video called "Bold Guy versus Parkour Girl." Was the name of this video? Ridiculous title already. I know I've seen this. You've seen this.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Everybody's seen it. Your dog's seen it. Your grandma's seen it. No. But, a lot of people have seen this because this case has gotten a lot of traction.
On the internet, at least, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So the big thing with this is the guy who owns the bold guy in the video, the guy that owns the video,
Matt Haas, he sued Ethan and Ela, the Kleins, to, first off, I believe it was a cease and desist kind of thing, like take down the video. Then it progressed to take down the video and apologize and endorse me. Endorse him, yeah.
Then straight out, it's just like, well, you're just gonna pay me. Exorbitant amounts of money. You're just gonna pay me for it.
Kept getting worse.
Slowly and slowly. So one big thing that kind of was heartwarming to see was the internet, just people from all over donated.
Yeah.
And helped them pay for their legal fees because the precedent that this podcast, or this lawsuit, not this podcast, what the lawsuit says is that has to do with fair use. The ability to critique and have commentary over and on things. Mm-hmm.
Which for a while on YouTube, it's been a very gray area.
Right.
It's definitely been like, can we talk about this? Can we not talk about this?
There hasn't really been a really strong, hard, well, this is what it is.
No court or legal system has decided.
Right. So this is really the first big one.
Yeah, this is a big precedent.
And so what ended up happening this week, I believe it was Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
The Kleins released a video, and they had won. They won the trial.
They won The lawsuit.
Well, what does this mean?
What does this
Why
mean
is
for
this
everybody else?
important? So the important thing with this is it holds up the whole fair use claim and the whole fair use thing of YouTube. You know, it allows and keeps people that do this for a living and, you know, for their livelihood to continue to do this, you know. Mm-hmm. It says, you know, as a matter of law,
it's a matter of law
that it's all, you know, it's okay to do this, you know,
Yeah.
as long as you are using it for a purpose and you're not just, you know, sitting there and just kind of watching it, you know, just laughing at it, you know, you're actual comment on it, you know, you're putting effort into it, which is what they do, you know, they put in a lot of editing, a lot of time. So it's really interesting to see something like this come out and just, you know, happen.
Definitely. What I thought was very interesting is that in the court papers, and I don't remember what the name of the actual video where they talk about it is. I think it's "We Won the Lawsuit" or something like that.
I believe
by
that's
H3H3.
That's right.
Definitely just a little bit of coarse language, but it's the internet. You know, we're all adults here. Definitely a very good video to watch because they are ecstatic. Like they're over the moon about winning the lawsuit.
Well, rightly so. You know, they're no longer. I mean, if they lost this, they were going to be. They would have probably been in debt and just crushed for the rest of their life. You know?
Yeah, definitely. But the judge, who's a woman, says that Ethan and Hila's reaction video is the quintessential form of reaction video. And that was one of my favorite lines from that video.
She's saying, you know, this is the ideal example. This is
of fair use.
how it is.
This is how a reaction video
use.
should be. Perfect use. Because they showed a lot of the video. But for each part of the video they showed, they didn't just show it to show the video.
They were commenting on
it, reacting to certain parts of it.
Critiquing it, you know, joking
about how weird it was.
Right. How uncomfortable. Even
the actual video is uncomfortable.
The actors looked uncomfortable, you know, just the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a weird video. And then they also re-uploaded the original video where they're talking about stuff. And I rewatched the video because I watched it whenever it came out. That's like right when I started watching it.
Yeah, because they had to take it down during the lawsuit.
Yeah, and then now they put the video back up. And it's incredible to watch.
Which is good.
What's
good to
funny
see.
is like, I think that re-upload has more than the original ever had because of the lawsuit.
Right, it's really gained them. So if anything, by him suing them, it's actually made them more money.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah,
to see.
like he was suing them on 3 accounts, and each one was just thrown out by the judge. It didn't even go to a jury. Denied each time.
All caps.
All caps. Denied.
Denied.
Yeah,
which was
truly
just so good to see.
Truly an incredible thing for YouTube's fair use, internet use.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Slight off or on topic, but slightly off tangent, or on a tangent just a little bit. Ethan tweeted, and me and you both follow him on Twitter.
Of course.
He tweeted a day later, either a day later or a few hours later.
Right, I know it wasn't long.
His exact words were, "It is clear to me by now that at YouTube's team's trending page is completely manipulated. New video with 3 million plus views in 12 hours does not trend. Why?"
I saw that. You had sent me that.
Very, very interesting.
That is very interesting.
Because the video has no cursing, no adult content, front page of Reddit 3 times, posted on every tech publication, but YouTube says, "Let's trend Casey Neistat again." And a lot of people on the internet, Unbox Therapy, another good YouTube channel, Philip DeFranco, which got Hila and Ethan on essentially the radar because he was like, "Hey, this is not fair at all. I know Ethan and Hila."
Right, and he was the one that kind of... Well, he started the GoFundMe.
I'm pretty sure he did start the
to
GoFundMe,
help with the legal fees.
Yeah, Philip DeFranco was behind him saying like, "Yeah, this is not a big deal." But here's the real kicker. It's only in North America where the video was not trending with 3 million plus views. In Canada, it was number 1 for 36 hours. In Australia, it was number 2 for 24 hours. In England, it was number 1 trending. So it's only North America.
It's interesting.
Yeah, only North America is where the video was not trending. Yeah, let me show you the thing real fast. Number 1 trending in Canada.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and it just wasn't in North America. Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, they're all scarce. Yeah, no, everybody was like, "This is clear manipulation of the
right." No, absolutely.
Page. So that's definitely an interesting.
Some fake news.
Hashtag fake news. I love the phrase fake news so much.
It's too funny. Too funny.
But yeah, definitely something very, very interesting.
For sure. Well, I believe that's all all we have for this week.
Yeah, I hate that it feels like such a short episode.
It did, but it went by so fast.
It does. It truly did this time. We were both pretty amped up about
Taylor Swift.
Specifically Taylor Swift. Bigger star than the Eclipse.
Yes. The Eclipse was eclipsed.
Yeah, by Taylor Swift.
Swiftly
eclipsed by Taylor Swift.
No. But we would like to wish you guys a Merry Weekmas. Have a good week.
Have a good week. We'll see you guys every Monday at 2, every Friday at 5. I've been Elisha Hunt.
I'm Ethan Duncan. And this has been your third opinion. BB.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next time.